This is the Louie T Network. Hey, either you're outside or you're
in the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome. You are in the lab room. I thank you for joining me here on the program. Week number 15 in the National Football League. The Oakland Raiders taking on Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead. Chiefs looking to exact a measure of revenge. And look, revenge is a dish best served ice cold. And you know the Chiefs were looking to be cold-blooded against these Oakland Raiders. Remember, Raiders got their first win versus these Chiefs on primetime television, Thursday Night Football for the entire world to see. So that was embarrassing. Chiefs looking to bounce back. And keep in mind, Chiefs dead heat of a playoff race right now. So they're not out of it yet. A win here gets them to 8-6. They went out on the season. That would include a win against San Diego in Week 17, probably going to get them into the tournament. So huge matchup here. Got to have it against a 2-win Raiders team that's already beaten you this season. If you're the Raiders, why not get another one? Why not sweep these Chiefs, man? You beat them once, you can beat them again. You're playing some good football, coming fresh off of the win, the Battle at the Bay, able to get the 49ers, put a wrench in their season. Why not put another monkey wrench in the season of a team that you can't stand in the Kansas City Chiefs? Sounds good to me, right? Let's off we go to Arrowhead. And the Black Mamba strikes again. And he had gotten the Raiders for a big return earlier in the game. Didn't go all the way, but it was a nice return. And you can see he was getting lathered up. And they finally struck. They built a wall for him. He didn't have to be extremely special on this return. This wasn't a situation where he made a guy miss, juked another guy, and off to the races. This was a catch it, find green pastures and lanes, and just run to the end zone. And that's what he did. They built a nice wall for him down the left sidelines, and he just found it and hit it and went right to the end zone. And so it's 7-0 off the Black Mamba, 81-yard touchdown on the punt return. Chiefs up early in this game. Seabass drills a 57-yard field goal to take us to the halftime break at 10-3. Chiefs up by 7. And so the first half was riddled with penalties. I mean, both teams struggled to keep their hands to themselves. They struggled in just playing within the framework of the game. I mean, it was a sloppy first half from a penalty standpoint. I mean, for a game that was low scoring like 10-3, you would expect the first half to be a lot faster than what it was. This game was so bogged down by all the whistles. I mean, I think there were 9 penalties alone within the first 16 or 17 minutes of the game. I mean, it was bad. Literally, I don't know how many were accepted. But by halftime, I guarantee you there were at least 13 to 17 penalties called. Now, how many were accepted, I can't say, but there were a slew of penalties in this game. And both teams were guilty on both sides. So, man, it was bad. It was a lot to digest in that first half, but it got cleaner, it got better, and the Chiefs got better in the second half. Jason Kelce fumbles the football early in the third quarter to give the Oakland Raiders a little bit of life and some great field position. Raiders aren't able to get into the end zone with that field position, but they do get a field goal, make it 10-6. That would be the last time the Raiders would be competitive in this football game as the Chiefs explode in the third quarter for 21 points. And in that span, they had a lot of different things happen. Debo, I'm going to just go ahead and tuck mine in. A couple of big grabs. One setting up a touchdown as the Chiefs were able to get in the end zone. Now Davis explodes for 2 touchdowns, a 3-yard run, and a 70-yard catch and run. So he helps them run away from the Raiders in this game. Four-car coughs it up on a bad snap, can't get on the football. Chiefs recover. So a lot of different things transpired to see the Chiefs run away. And again, Chiefs aren't a team that scores a lot of points. So you know if they're scoring 21 points in one quarter, that's a game's worth of work for them normally. They score that in one quarter. the other team is being a cooperative team in the matter. And so, the Raiders were definitely being cooperative and helping out the Chiefs get in the end zone. Gave up a big 70-yarder. They fumbled the football away. That's what happens when you give up 21 points in one quarter, as the Raiders did. It was 31-6 at the end of 3. The game ended up being 31-13. Chiefs take care of business in grand style at home versus the Raiders to get them back a little bit for that loss earlier in the season when the Chiefs had it on tilt at the time. So that was a big win for the Kansas City Chiefs. It stops their little skid. They were 7-3. Keep in mind, they were 7-3 on the season at one point, and then they lose 3 straight. So this is a big win. Stops the 3-game skid, gets them a win, gets them back in the middle of the playoff chase. So this is a huge one for them. For the Raiders, you're 2-12. I don't know if you'll win another game, but it feels good to be able to say we got the Chiefs one time this season, and you beat the 49ers as well in the Battle of the Bay. So kudos to the Raiders for doing that. But this Raiders team, they didn't show up in the second half. And that's basically what happened in this game. So there you have it. That's going to do it for Raiders Chiefs. I thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the Lab Room. Come back and join me as I continue to break down week number 15 in the National Football League. See you in a bit.